Hey everybody, Steve McCurdy, and it's story time. Once upon a time in old Japan, a great tea master served in the household of a very powerful lord. He was a small, quiet man. He was not a warrior, not a soldier, just a master of ceremony, of grace and calm. But one day, and quite inadvertently, the tea master was moving through town and he laughed at a moment of innocence with a child. But standing just beyond that child with his back to him was a great samurai. And he mistook that laughter that was meant for the child as ridicule of himself. In that instant, his pride ignited like a fire. He drew his sword. He challenged the tea master to a duel at dawn the next morning. Well, the tea master was terrified. He went to his lord and he begged for any kind of help. And the lord, terrified himself, said, "You must see the sword master and learn that which you can before sunrise." So he went, trembling, humble, poured out his fear. The sword master studied him for a long, quiet moment, and then he asked, "Tell me what you do when you prepare tea for your lord." The tea master closed his eyes and described every gesture, the deep breath, the stillness, the care in every movement. And when he finished, the sword master smiled and said, "Then you do that in the morning. Approach the duel as you approach your tea. Bow with honor, breathe with presence. Hold your sword as you would hold your cup, with purpose and peace." At sunrise, the tea master faced the samurai. He bowed with sincerity so pure it startled the crowd. He stood motionless, not defiant, but deeply centered. The samurai, seeing that calm, felt his anger dissolve, and he realized that it was his pride, not the laughter, that was the cause of the conflict. He sheathed his sword, he bowed, he walked away. Now, I have thought about this story for a long time. It's been echoing in my head because I have met so many tea masters, dentists and plumbers and chiropractors and roofers and bankers and lawyers, ordinary professionals who step into a world full of titles and egos and noise. And they win trust not by acting important, but by being present. There's something disarming about a person who knows their craft, honors the moment, and doesn't pretend to be anything more. A dentist who looks at a nervous patient right in the eye and says, "I know this part's not fun, but you're in good hands." A plumber who shows up calm when the kitchen's flooding and he rolls up his sleeves and he says, "We'll fix this." The chiropractor who treats each adjustment like a sacred ritual of respect and precision. And the banker or the attorney who just listens much, much more than they talk because they understand that trust is not commanded, it is earned. And that's the lesson of the tea master to me. Your authentic presence carries more weight than your logo, your title, or fancy marketing ever will. When you show up grounded in who you really are, even the samurai bows. Now, tomorrow, we're going to be looking at what happens when you do everything right and you still lose the duel. Sometimes losing with integrity is the most powerful victory of all. Authenticity disarms authority. The world doesn't need louder experts, it needs quieter masters and people who replace ego with presence and fear with sincerity. I'm enjoying these daily journeys with you, and I hope you are too. Keep coming back. I'm going to try.